Oh, it's a 3D picture. If you stare at it long enough, you see the Encyclopedia Britannica logo.
The sequel to Awake for Illness. Nathaniel Kleitman, inventor of NyQuil.
It's not an alarm clock, it's a scale.
A new baby's an exciting addition to the family.
Maybe your
But
family.
There are problems too.
Like who's the father?
He's always asleep. When's he ever going to be any fun? All he ever does is eat and sleep.
He doesn't even mousse his hair.
Yes, eat and sleep. And that's just about all you did too when you were a baby. You had to depend on your mother for all the things that you needed. She had to feed you, to bathe you, to put you down to sleep.
Ah, the little freeloader.
As you grow older, you learn to do more and more things for yourself. Some of these things you do so often that they become habits.
Like cocaine.
Crystal
Everybody
meth.
has habits. Dad likes to read his newspaper every evening in this same chair. It's one of his habits. Habits are things you do naturally without having to think about them. Martha first had to think each step when she tied a bow knot. Now she can do it easily and quickly.
Martha can put a straitjacket on a baby in less than 3 seconds flat.
Regular habits make daily living much easier since they help us do things without having to think about them. Some of the habits you learn now may stay with you all your life.
All right, children. It's time to get ready for bed.
I'm almost through with this chapter, Mother.
Let's see. Dubbing for dummies.
It's time for bed, Susie.
They could only afford one voiceover artist per
You
short.
go right to sleep now.
Getting ready for bed at a regular time is one of the most important habits you can learn. A quiet hour or two before bedtime is part of this habit. It makes you feel relaxed and sleepy, ready for bed.
Wait, so you've got to rest before you go to bed.
Oh no, he dropped the soap.
Washing up is part of the going to bed habit. Any regular routine before bedtime helps you feel sleepy. Hanging up your clothes can be part of this routine. They'll air out overnight and be neat for tomorrow.
And a young Hugh Hefner discovers his love of robes.
Wearing the right kind of night clothes is important. David's pajamas fit him loosely and don't bind him around the waist. David likes to open his window when it isn't too cold for fresh air, but he's careful not to sleep in a draft.
And it won't be the last time he avoids the draft.
Martha has her own habits. Instead of opening her window, she gets fresh air by opening her door a bit.
Good night, David.
Ah!
Night, sis.
David's bed is comfortable and the mattress isn't too soft. The covers on his bed are warm without being heavy.
You know, the narrator seems to have way too much information about David's bed.
Now let's
So
talk about David's
ready for
showering
bed
habits.
At just about the usual time. Of course, he sometimes stays up later, but that doesn't happen often enough to change his going to bed habits.
This is like a 5-hour ordeal.
Now to sleep. Some people go right to sleep, others take longer. Because David has regular sleeping habits, he usually drops off very quickly.
That's a scotch for you.
I'm a Harvey Bristol cream man myself. Can't sleep, clown will eat me! Can't sleep, clown will eat me!
David has probably never stopped to think what a wonderful thing sleep is. In sleep, the muscles of the body are relaxed. It's the most perfect way to relax that we have. Our breathing is slower and deeper when we sleep. The body's temperature is lower. Even the heart beats more slowly. The whole body is resting.
Hey, David, wake up!
To rest all our muscles, we turn in our sleep. Some people turn often, others not so often, but we all do it. It's a normal part of sound, healthy sleep. Dreams are normal too. Often they're suggested by things around us while we sleep.
Like impending nuclear attack. Nagasaki, here I come!
I got a special delivery for you, Tojo.
50s were so lame, even the dreams sucked.
Security Corporation, promises were made!
Dreams don't seem to make much sense, do they? That's because the brain is resting along with the body, so it's less alert when you sleep.
That makes perfect sense to me. This kid's a dork.
After a good night's sleep, you usually wake up easily and naturally.
Usually.
Put the coffee on, Mom! No time for cream and sugar!
The alarm hasn't rung yet. David finds that he usually wakes up before it goes off.
So why does he have it?
Of course, it takes him a little while to get fully awake. You're never at your best until at least an hour or two afterwards. That's one reason why getting up early is so important.
Okay, wait a minute. So you need to rest before you go to sleep, and then you need to get up early so you can wake up? What gives?
There's plenty of time for breakfast, too. Breakfast is an important meal that shouldn't be missed. If you usually go to bed early enough, you usually wake up early, too. You can start the day in a pleasant, unhurried way. It's more fun for you that way, and more fun for the rest of the family, too. David and Martha enjoy
We call this food?
Pass the butter.
More whiskey!
Alright, honey, they're gone. Let's screw. Oh, sorry, Susan, that wasn't meant for you.
As the day goes on, you get more and more value from your regular sleeping habits. Plenty of sleep helps you to be bright and alert to the very end of the day.
You will not, however, have enough time to comb your hair.
But what about bad sleeping habits? George just doesn't get enough sleep. And now in the afternoon, he's tired. It's hard for him to pay attention in class.
Sleep Habits 101.
When the teacher calls on him, George just can't seem to remember things that he really ought to know. George doesn't realize it, but his main trouble is bad sleeping habits. Last night, for instance.
No, Muggsy. Don't rub me out. I didn't do it. Honest, I didn't.
No rat's gonna squeal on me. You know too much, Limpy.
Last night, for instance, he witnessed a murder.
Too long.
Slat saw you in the DA's office.
What is he doing?
He's carving a ukulele.
And why was
No
the
wonder that
doctor
kid
around
can't
today?
sleep.
I don't know, Muggsy. I don't know.
You squealed, that's why. You put the finger on me.
You can't do it, Muggsy. You can't. You can't. Oh.
Boring!
Yes, George has bad sleeping habits. And even when he finally does get into bed, he finds it hard to go to sleep. That's because he hasn't formed the habit of going to sleep at a regular time each night.
Also, George doesn't blink. He's a replicant.
I've seen things.
And it's just as hard for him to wake up in the morning.
George! George!
Ah!
What did I drink?
Get up, George.
Stupid beer goggles!
He's still tired because he hasn't had enough sleep.
An hour later, and he's bursting with pep. I can still make it to school by noon.
Wait, this is a blouse! What gives?
Hey, Mom, where are my books?
On the mantel, dear.
And where's the Red Bull?
George, close the door.
Ah, forget it.
The morning starts badly, and the whole day goes badly when you get too little sleep too often.
Oh, 12 margaritas was too much.
And even after class is over, you keep on paying the penalty for bad sleeping habits.
I haven't been this wasted since Burning Man.
You don't have much fun when you're tired and low in energy. Lack of sleep makes it hard for you to do your best. You just can't seem to get into the game and have fun the way the other fellas do.
Like that fella in the back who's trying too hard.
You're irritable and cross.
Fight,
Hard to
fight,
get along
fight.
with.
I'll cut you! I'll cut you! Who the hell threw that?
People
You're a
don't
dead
like
man,
you.
Timmy!
And you don't like yourself when you're like that.
If he'd slept, George would have been able to shank a
Probably
bitch.
neither David nor George realize how important their sleeping habits are to the way they enjoy their waking hours. Going to bed at a regular time each night makes it easier for you to go right off to sleep. instead of lying awake long into the night. You wake up easily and naturally, without having to be dragged out of bed.
You wanted to know when the new Nostalgia Critic was up?
And most important, your day starts right and stays right. Both David and Martha have learned that good sleeping habits help you get the most out of everyday living.
Encyclopedia Britannica Films. Next time, look it up.
Now go to sleep.
Hello? I must be going. I cannot stay. I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same I must be going. La la.